21 miles of scenic beauty, we arrive at the city of Albuquerque, New Mexico.
It was 1928, and air travel was taking off. Planes were landing in Albuquerque nearly every day, making their stop along the first transcontinental route from New York to LA. And it wasn't long before another airport sprung up on our East Mesa. This one was known as the TWA Airport.
America prepares. All America alters its pattern of life and work to meet the demand for protection.
Nearly a decade later, in 1941, the U.S. was embroiled in World War II. Back in Albuquerque, the city was growing thanks to our deep involvement in defense. The Army Air Corps set up shop, and we outgrew those two smaller airfields.
And it replaced a privately run airport out on the West Mesa that was used pretty much through the 1930s decade.
If you want to talk Albuquerque and airplanes,
It was, of course, much, much bigger.
Fred DeGaio's the guy you want sitting next to you on your next flight.
We're very lucky that we still have this terminal. Airports, say in Denver and Phoenix, their original terminals were demolished many, many years ago.
Beyond the runway lights, in a quiet corner, you'll find the old municipal airport terminal. And through those doors, a hidden gem, an icon of Native American culture and art. The terminal was a New Deal project proposed in the early 30s, commissioned in part by Governor Tingley, designed by Ernest Blumenthal. He's the same architect who brought us the Monte Vista Fire Station. Everything was simply New Mexico. Adobe on the outside, soaring vigas harvested from the Jemez forest on the inside, along with rugs, paintings, and murals, many of them crafted by famed Taos artist Pop Chalet.
It's definitely priceless, and there was some other murals that are now in the new terminal, the main terminal now. There was one of a herd of buffalo that was actually above the TWA ticket counter, which is behind us here.
But the history is rooted in more than just the art itself. It was also tradition, in this case on the tarmac. Native American artists side by side with DC-3s or sleek super constellations, greeting travelers and sometimes selling their craft.
Well, it's a unique feature here, I believe. It's something you just don't find in other parts of the country. It just shows how unique Albuquerque was. The Indian culture we had at the time, which still have really, and just how prominent it was here and how we recognized it and how proud we are of it.
But in the blink of an eye, the jet age arrived, and with it, a fuel crisis, hijackings, and deregulation. Large planes took over for the props, and again, we grew out of our seemingly small terminal. In 1965, airlines moved across the runway to a new home, what we now know as the Sunport, leaving behind a moment in time. If there's anything us born and bred New Mexicans are good at, it's preserving our heritage. That's why in 1989, this old relic was registered as a historic landmark. And since then, it's been everything from the Albuquerque Museum to office space. You can still come visit the old terminal anytime you want to see the art and the beauty for yourself. Reporting on New Mexico's hidden treasures, I'm Hawker Vanguard, KOB4.